As the political landscape of the United States undergoes seismic shifts, a gripping saga unfolds across three intertwined narratives: the relentless pursuit of power in the Republican nomination race, the high-stakes confrontations within Congress, and the pivotal milestones shaping the nation's destiny in January. Each thread weaves a tale of ambition, intrigue, and uncertainty, capturing the essence of a nation at a crossroads. Presidential election drama. The Republican nomination race finds itself once again in the thrall of former President Donald Trump, a figure whose polarizing presence continues to define the party's landscape. Despite the tumultuous aftermath of the 2020 election, Trump remains the undeniable frontrunner, commanding a fervent base of support while simultaneously facing a barrage of legal challenges. Trump's refusal to accept the outcome of the 2020 election has fueled a narrative of grievance and defiance among his supporters. His relentless pursuit of legal action alleging voter fraud and irregularities has cast a shadow of doubt over the legitimacy of President Joe Biden's victory. As Trump navigates the treacherous waters of the legal system, his political future hangs in the balance, with the U.S. Supreme Court poised to weigh in on critical questions about his eligibility for the ballot and immunity from prosecution. The stakes of Trump's potential candidacy could not be higher, both for the Republican Party and the nation at large. For his supporters, Trump represents a beacon of hope in a sea of uncertainty, a fearless leader who will stop at nothing to defend their interests and combat the forces of radical leftism, which they perceive as an existential threat. Yet for his detractors, Trump's candidacy is a chilling reminder of the dangers posed by unchecked authoritarianism and demagoguery, a specter that threatens to undermine the very foundations of American democracy. As the Republican nomination race heats up, the nation finds itself once again at a crossroads, grappling with profound questions about the future direction of its politics. Will Trump succeed in his quest for redemption, or will his controversial legacy consign him to the dustbin of history? The answers remain elusive, but one thing is certain: the drama surrounding Donald Trump is far from over, and its reverberations will continue to shape the course of American politics for years to come. Congressional challenges. The political arena in Washington, D.C. is a pressure cooker as control of both houses of Congress hangs in the balance, with high-stakes decisions looming on multiple fronts. In the House of Representatives, Republican lawmakers are spearheading a march toward impeaching President Joe Biden, even in the absence of a clear smoking gun scandal. This move underscores the deep partisan divisions gripping Capitol Hill and sets the stage for a potentially explosive showdown in the halls of power. The prospect of impeaching a sitting president without concrete evidence of wrongdoing highlights the extent to which partisan politics have come to dominate the discourse in Washington. House Republicans, emboldened by their electoral prospects and fueled by a desire to hold the Biden administration to account, are pressing forward with their impeachment efforts despite fierce opposition from their Democratic counterparts. The outcome of this political gambit remains uncertain, but its implications for the future of American governance are profound. Meanwhile, Congress is grappling with a series of critical deadlines related to government funding and foreign policy decisions. With key funding measures set to expire, lawmakers face the daunting task of negotiating a path forward to avoid a potentially catastrophic government shutdown. The specter of fiscal brinkmanship looms large, casting a shadow of uncertainty over the nation's economic stability and political viability. In addition to domestic challenges, Congress must also contend with pressing foreign policy concerns that demand swift and decisive action. From escalating tensions with geopolitical rivals to humanitarian crises unfolding across the globe, the United States finds itself at a critical juncture on the world stage. Lawmakers must navigate these treacherous waters with skill and diplomacy, lest the nation's interests be imperiled and its reputation tarnished. As the clock ticks down and the pressure mounts, the eyes of the nation are fixed on Capitol Hill, where the fate of the republic hangs in the balance. The decisions made in the days and weeks ahead will shape the course of American history for generations to come, determining not only the direction of domestic policy but also the nation's role in the world. In this crucible of political turmoil, the true test of leadership lies not in grandstanding or partisan posturing, but in the ability to rise above the fray and govern with wisdom and integrity. Significant political moments of the year. As January dawns, the halls of Congress are abuzz with anticipation and urgency as lawmakers prepare to tackle a series of critical milestones that will shape the course of the nation's governance and foreign policy agenda. On January 8th, the Senate reconvenes to address a myriad of pressing issues, chief among them government funding and aid packages for key international partners. As tensions simmer in regions such as Ukraine, Taiwan, Israel, and Gaza, lawmakers face the daunting task of crafting legislation that strikes a delicate balance between national interests and global stability. The specter of conflict looms large, casting a shadow over the deliberations as senators grapple with the weighty responsibility of charting a course toward peace and prosperity in an increasingly volatile world. Hot on the heels of the Senate's return, the House of Representatives convenes on January 9th to confront the same set of deadlines and challenges. With the clock ticking down on government funding measures and humanitarian aid packages, members of Congress find themselves thrust into the center of a high-stakes political drama with far-reaching implications. The fate of nations hangs in the balance as lawmakers debate the merits of various policy proposals, navigating a thicket of competing interests and ideological fault lines. As the legislative machinery churns in Washington, attention also turns to the heartland of America, where on January 10th, the Republican presidential primary takes center stage in Iowa. Hosted by CNN, the debate promises to be a high-octane affair, with contenders jockeying for position in a crowded field vying for the opportunity to lead the party into battle against their Democratic rivals. The stakes could not be higher, as the outcome of the primary contest will shape the trajectory of the presidential race and, by extension, the future of the nation itself. Amidst the frenetic pace of political maneuvering and international diplomacy, January 14th looms large on the calendar as a pivotal moment in California politics. On this day, Governor Gavin Newsom faces a critical deadline to set the special election date for the vacant seat formerly held by House Speaker Kevin McCarthy. The outcome of this special election will have far-reaching implications for the balance of power in Congress and the direction of legislative priorities in the months and years ahead. As January unfolds, the nation finds itself at a crossroads, grappling with a series of challenges that will test the resilience of its institutions and the wisdom of its leaders. From the corridors of power in Washington to the heartland of Middle America, the fate of the republic hangs in the balance as the wheels of democracy turn and the future takes shape before our eyes. In this crucible of uncertainty and opportunity, the true test of leadership lies not in grand gestures or partisan posturing, but in the ability to forge consensus and chart a course toward a brighter tomorrow. As the curtain falls on this chapter of American politics, join us on The Flashback Focus as we delve deeper into the twists and turns of history in the making. Stay tuned for more riveting analysis and insightful commentary as we journey through the annals of time, exploring the pivotal moments that shape our world. Subscribe now and never miss a moment on The Flashback Focus, where the past comes alive and the future awaits.